Hello everyone and welcome to the Boston Breakroom, episode 23, covering Rizzoli Isles, season 5, episode 7, Boston Keltic.
Okay, so this episode opens with some guy being tortured, and we find out someone was looking for something that was being hidden in this bookstore. Mara figures it out by something being hidden. They find the book, and Mara figures it out by something being hidden in the book, but it's like on like the edges of the pages, and it's words on it. So
here's an old freaking book that I found, right? What the words were like, they were on the edge like this, so
and
that when you tilt it like that, it was a message.
Words. Yeah,
they had a word for it. I don't remember.
Anyway, Patty Doyle was brought into it because the lawyer of the guy that was he the one that did it?
Yeah.
The guy that did it, his lawyer was also the same lawyer for Patty Doyle. So he got roped into it. Mara solved the case again, as she usually does.
They found out Patty actually didn't have anything to do with it.
No, he didn't have anything to do with it.
But he just had some information that the guy that did do it was doing it under the guise for someone else. And the man that was killed was actually responsible for a bombing during the Irish something.
But Jane said the way this guy had been tortured was something that like old school like mafia people would, Irish mafia would do. Personal front, Angela broke up with Kavanaugh. She quit her job. She may or may not move out of Mara's guest house.
She's not sure yet.
Jane's still pregnant. She's still nauseous. The only thing she can eat is toast. Patty, when Jane went to go see Patty Doyle, he said he wanted to see Mara because he's being moved to Florida.
California.
Florida.
He's being moved to California.
They said Florida.
California.
Mara went to go see her dad, well, her sperm donor, at the end of the episode.
And for some reason, Jane was having these, like, feels to this kid who was working with the guy who was killed.
Yeah.
Like, she was really emotional with him, and I don't really understand
Maybe
why.
it's just her hormones.
Maybe, but I just thought that was a bit, not out of character, but I just thought it was a bit weird. Like, he came to talk to her at the station. He was like, I don't know what to do with myself, or whatever. And then he came back to talk to her, and she, like, I don't know, weepy or something. I don't know, it was very bizarre. But I was surprised Kavanaugh came back.
He was only there for like 2 minutes.
Still.
It's the first time we've seen since episode 2.
Yeah. And it looks like probably never more.
Likes.
That Angela broke up with Kavanaugh?
Okay, yeah. You just like any moment with Angela. And what the hell was she wearing?
That was great.
That was great.
The line that she looked like a Russian nesting doll.
Ma, you
hilarious.
look like a Russian nesting doll. It was kind of true, though.
It was so funny. Angela went above and beyond, looking terrible.
This episode 2, Jane was supposed to meet Mara's boyfriend, who was the guy that Mara met at BCU when she's teaching, but they kept canceling. I don't really know if that's going to go anywhere.
But I think he understands.
Yeah, he understands.
Because he told her that before.
I always like how easily Mara always solves this case after everyone else is stumped for like the longest time.
And it was actually something that Patty Doyle said to her.
Something to get off his chest.
Said to Jane to tell to her that helped her figure it out.
That he had to get something off his chest.
And somehow that sparked something in Mara.
For a book.
Meant the book.
I don't understand.
Okay.
That was out of like left field.
That was like, hey, look, that stump doesn't look like the rest of them. I'm still not over that.
I like Angela doing yoga. That was hilarious.
I just want to know what she's going to do with herself. She quit her job.
She broke up with Kavanaugh.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay
She
with that.
might move out of Mara's.
She's not sure about that one, but yeah.
But like, where's she going to go? You don't have a job.
Why did you quit your job? That's the part I don't understand.
She wants a clean slate because she apparently read it in a fortune cookie.
I don't know if they know what they're going to do with that character besides put her with Corsac. But unless they have her, like, open up her own restaurant.
She could do that.
She could. I don't think they'll have her do that, but she could.
She could. Dislikes.
The ending.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, great story, guys. At the end.
Yeah. It's like, I want to know more of that. Like, his story last season was so short, and then he comes back for this one for all of, like, 5 minutes.
Right.
And then it's just, like, her walking into the cell to talk to him, and then it's just, like, end scene.
Exactly. And you guys, I mean, you thought it was important to have a scene with Kavanaugh and Angela, but not one with Mara and her dad, who's moving out of state to where she's not going to be able to see him whenever? Like, that was just bizarre. I would have much rather, and I love Angela, as you all know, I would have much rather have had that scene at the end.
Yeah.
Or something.
The breakup with Kavanaugh could have been off screen.
Right.
Like, we don't need to see that.
And we're like, okay, great.
We already saw the dress. We don't need to see the breakup. Because it was kind of awkward to begin with.
It really was.
It was gag worthy, actually. The season's been really good. This episode wasn't bad. Just the ending was just kind of like, meh.
And then how they figured out what he was trying to do, like why this book was important, even though it wasn't worth anything, and he put it back. Like, that whole thing was just okay. Like, you waited I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I always kill people over books.
She does. All the comedy was there, and all the case was interesting, except for what was happening with it. I guess he got killed because the dude
was looking for that book.
You think that's why?
Yeah, he was trying to find it, and he couldn't find it, so I guess he was torturing this guy to try to get him to tell him where the book was, but the guy died from shock.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did they know what was in? Did they think the book was worth something? Is that why? See what I mean? Like, they didn't really cover that. Like, they covered that this book was important for one reason or another, but they didn't cover whether the guy knew it was expensive. I think they did think
the book was expensive, but it was actually a fake. I do love how funny Mara is this season. Yeah. I do love how funny she is. She's getting kind of sarcastic, too. Like,
and Jane with her.
Yeah.
They were very funny.
It's better this year. Like, it's actually back to how it used to be. I keep saying that, like, every episode that we do.
I think it's better than what it was third season.
I mean, like, first and second season, it's like their friendship is back to how it used to be. Because, like, third season, it was still kind of there. But fourth season, they kind of forgot the whole point of the show. Yeah. It was more about the Rizzolis. What are you rating it?
An 8.
Yeah, I agree.
Only because of that ending. And, like, we should have had that scene instead of the Kavanaugh-Angela one. Like I said, and I love Angela, as you all know.
Patty Doyle has been a part of the show since season 1.
Right. But then Kavanaugh
and Angela haven't been together that long.
No, but I'm saying that argument
Patty Doyle has been, like, a huge part of the show since season 1. Like, yeah. Who really cares about the breakup between Angela and Kavanaugh?
Who really cared about that relationship?
Anyone?
You know who had chemistry?
Tina Huang.
She did, though. But
where was she at?
Yeah, Tina Huang wasn't there. I guess they got their fill last episode. There was just there was too many too many things that weren't there. Like, comedy was on point, and that was really funny. The whole case, what it represented, that this guy was confessing to something, that was cool and important. How it was in there was cool and important. But then you had the rest of it was just like comedy, comedy, comedy. And that was fine. It's funny, but makes sense. Does that make sense?
It just was missing something.
It was missing that last scene that should have happened.
I know. I wish it would have happened.
A hug. Something in that last 5 seconds. Cut the Angela scene, put that in. Maybe there was one and it went over.
Predictions.
Jane gets hit with something.
It looked like she got shot.
It did. She was wearing a vest, though. It was very obvious she was wearing a vest, but that hurts.
Yeah. And it shows Mara saying, "Are you okay?" But, like, and I'm kind of excited for next week's episode.
Yeah. It looks really good. She wants
no
Rizzoli baby. She hates this baby already.
I only dislike this baby because it's with Casey.
Okay, but he wouldn't be there.
I know that.
Would you have rather have been with...
I also feel like if the baby... Dean?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like if she were to have a baby, it would just hurt the ratings of the show. Because then it would be all about the baby. They could just change the name to it, Baby Rizzoli.
Maybe he'll have a spin-off.
Rizzoli and Baby. It's like, bye Isles, Rizzoli and Baby.
Why? They'd be raising it together. Like the good lesbian moms they are. I don't think it would hurt the ratings.
It might hurt them a little bit.
That could be the
because
question
people
of the
are
week.
crazy. That could be. Moving on. So, favorite response for last week is the only person who commented, and her name was...
Steph W. Thank you. She also agreed with us that Corsac and Angela would be great together, and they should be together, because they're setting that up.
So thank you to the one person.
Thank you, Steph. Question this week is...
Do you think that if Jane were to have a baby, it would hurt the ratings of the show?
I would like to know, because we're split on this one. She thinks it would hurt ratings. I think it would help ratings, because all those little Rizzles fangirls, I'm not a Rizzle person, but all those Rizzle fangirls would get that.
I think they would like it for that aspect of it, but they wouldn't like it for the aspect that...
Look at this thing down.
I think they would like it for the aspect that Jane and Mara would be in it together and, like, raising this baby. But I feel like they would still not like it because of who the baby's father is.
I don't think
because they would have that fear that he would come back. So next week, tune in for episode 8 of season 5 Rizzoli Isles, titled Lost and Found. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was gonna say. It's gone. Like, maybe that'll be in DVDs with outtakes, maybe.
No. You are asking for too much right now. Even if I love the show, one of the reasons I buy the DVD is for the outtakes. And for the deleted scenes, and for the awesome special features.
Were there any deleted scenes this season?
No. It was just those 2 little, like, behind the scenes things.
There wasn't anything good about that DVD this time around. Same with you, Major Crimes. I'm looking at you too. Both of you guys. And who got all the really cool stuff? No, did Perception have any? I don't know. Perception had any. Falling Skies had a bunch. With their stuff on Blu-ray. What are your top 2 shows on that network?
Major Crimes and Rizzoli Isles.
Oh, look at that! And you make a really crappy DVD for them.
Pension.
Yeah, but there wasn't...
Rizzoli Isles fans.
Yes. But don't worry about it, because he's not there.
I know, I'm not worried about it.
I'm telling them, don't worry about